Okay.
Well, but wanted to say something to Simone's point, but that's not the argument that you heard senators making. Mm-hmm. They're saying this president is unstable, quixotic, saying things about a president you haven't really heard sitting senators say from the bench. And I mean, Bob Corker is just torching the place on his way out, right? They're not making an argument about Congress abdicating responsibility or stepping up and taking their fair share of responsibility. They're making a character-based argument about this president, which is kind of little icky, a little squeaky.
A little squeaky. So
yeah.
I do want to switch to taxes for 1 second, because there was just a kind of an awkward moment from the president's economic advisor, Gary Cohn. He was talking to business leaders today. Take a listen.
Can I ask you all a quick question? If the tax reform bill goes through, do you plan to increase investment, your company's investment, capital investment? Just a show of hands, if the tax reform goes through? Okay.
Why aren't the other hands up?
Why aren't the other hands up?
John, I've got a question quick for...
Gary Cohn surprised, apparently, that not a lot of, that was a room full of CEOs, not a lot of hands went up, Bill.
I was at a meeting with some economists yesterday about something else, really, but they're center right, center left. No one thinks this tax bill is really a very good tax bill on actual economic policy grounds. Some think it's marginally better, some think it's marginally worse. I was really struck by the lack of enthusiasm. I mean, there is a case for tax reform, there's a case for corporate tax reform, there's a case for a lot of things, but they managed to cobble together something that's an awful lot of old ideas bouncing around in a somewhat incoherent way.
Still, the corporate tax rate would be lowered from 35% to 20%, basically. You would think that some people would raise their hands. Sure, we're going to have a lot more money to create more plants, more factories.
Or they're going to hand it off to their shareholders, which has been one of the main criticisms, right, of this law. And unfortunately, this is like a lot of Republican tax plans and tax policy. There's the theory, and then there's the reality, and never the twain shall meet. And this insistence that, no, this time, just give it another chance, supply side economics will work. Or no, this time, CEOs won't just hand off the extra profits or the money they'll get back from the tax cuts to the shareholders, but they'll give workers this $4,000 extra per year that the White House says they're going to do. And then you actually talk to business leaders and they say, nah, not really.
All right, thanks one and all. Great panel. Really appreciate your being here. Coming up next, accused underage sex abuser Roy Moore just tweeted that the voters of Alabama decide the election, not the swamp things of Washington, D.C. But will Republicans be able to keep him out of the Senate if Alabama goes along with him? That's next.